Hello and welcome back to another one of these weekly videos. As always, I'm Christopher Small. I'm the co-owner of Emerald City Law Group, and I'm excited to continue our discussion about using MailChimp. Today, we've already talked about how to set up your autoresponder, how to get that first email set, and then how to put some people in your list to check it out. Today, we're going to talk about how to confirm that it's actually working. We're going to talk about how to create your second email. We're going to talk about what makes up a good email, and we're also going to talk about how to come up with ideas for content in the future. I know that can be a big sticking point for a lot of people. You say, oh, I'm out of things to write about. Well, the truth is there are millions and millions of topics that you can write about. The sky's the limit. You just need to start to think about different ways to come up with topical ideas. So I'm really excited to get into it. Again, this is another screen capture, so let's just get to it. Hello. So we're back again, and as you can see in the video here, we are in our MailChimp email autoresponder dashboard. We've got we're at the automation tab right here, right? And we are looking at the workflow that we created last week. And I wanted to point something out here as we begin to go again, because I actually didn't complete a step, and it's important that's done. So let's do it right now. So see this little icon right here? When the pen is writing, that means it still hasn't started yet. So it means basically you're not done. You haven't completed all the steps yet. What you want to see there is an envelope. That means you're done. So if we click on this, what you'll see is down here, we're at list and workflow, setup, trigger, emails, confirm. We actually never got to the confirm step last week. So we've got our first email set, which is right, but then we want to hit the next button, which will then check everything out, right? It will look good. Then you need to click start workflow, okay? And it will tell you, you'll have two options, and this is what we do in the settings. You can send it to everybody immediately, your first email, or you can just set them on the drip. And let me show you how to do that again real quick. So you go to the trigger. You can either, if you click this box to send the first email immediately, then that's what will happen. As soon as you turn on your project, it'll go. If you turn this off, then what will happen is it'll just get put into the trigger, right? So it'll be on Friday. So if we click next, I turn that off to send immediately. Click next again. We're moving over to the confirm. Go down, right? Click start workflow, right? You're about to start this workflow, so hit start. And this is a way that you know that it's going. Not just this, but if you go back to automation and then you click on your email, or you click on this, it will show you have people in the queue, okay? And if you have a big list and it shows 0 subscribers in the queue, then that's not good, okay? You want to see your list in there. What we're going to talk about today is sort of the next step. And if you I'm going to exit this. Okay, so right now we've got this set up. We've got our welcome email that's going to go out. Next up, we're going to talk about how to add a second email. And then we're going to also talk a little bit about the qualities of a good email, okay? Because there are certainly good ones and bad ones. I'm going to tell you quickly how to add new subscribers and give you some ideas for content, and then we'll get out of here, okay? So first things first, adding the second email. It's really easy. There's two different ways that you can do it. One is just to hit this add email button, but what I'm going to suggest is that you come over here, click this arrow, and click replicate, okay? What that's going to do is it's going to make a carbon copy of this, but it's going to save all of your settings from this email. So if you set this one up to look the way that you want, by hitting replicate, you can skip all those steps. So you hit replicate, you hit edit. Okay, you're going to come in, rename your email. So this will be number 2, something like, you want to hit people with good stuff at the beginning because you want to get them, keep them interested in what you're saying. So typically I'd give a pretty good tip here. This one might be, I think, we're doing the what to do if you get in a car accident series. So this number 2 would be, what to do if you get in a car accident, step 1, or something like that. Then that just tells you what it is like in the system, and then the subject line would be the same. You can, what to do if you get in a car accident, step 1. You want to make sure you spend a little time with these subject lines. They can make a big difference on how many of your emails actually get opened. You want to make it interesting, but you don't want to be misleading either. Okay, so if you can couch your headline with a question, something that's interesting, something that'll get people to click on it and read it, then you want to do that. So once you get that done, everything else stays the same. You hit this next. Right, and then as you can see, this is the carbon copy of the newsletter that I had the last time. So, typically you start with, hope you had a good week. Right, I'm excited to tell you some more cool stuff. Right, then this would be sort of your headline. Car accident tip number 1. Keep writing it. So you got the headline, you can see the spacing and everything looks good. Then you got your headlines, then you may want to do something here like questions. Please ask. Exclamation mark. Signature, right? Okay, so once you have this email done, all you do is you click Save and Close. You can preview and test it if you want, so you can take a look at it and review the preview mode. And this is pretty cool too because it shows you what it looks like on a cell phone, so you can see what the readability is like. Obviously, this is pretty good. Set it up like that on purpose. And then this is what it will look like in an email. Okay, and when you're done with that, click X. Come down here and click Finish. And then you have one more thing to do, start the email, and boom, okay? That one's set up. So what'll happen is the next Friday, then everybody will get that next one, okay? And then as you add people into your list, they will start with the first email, okay? So for example, and this is a perfect segue into how you know it's working. You can test this pretty easily. So you go to Save and Exit, you go to your lists. This is your list, so you want to add a subscriber, okay? If you do that, it'll give you the opportunity to just do name and email address. Just put my personal email in here. Okay. So just add your own email address and make sure you get the thing. So click subscribe. Then you come down here to automation again. Click on your emails, and you can see now I'm in the queue. Okay, that means on Friday, this Friday, I should be getting this first email, and then I'll just keep getting the emails after that. Okay, that's why we waited to import your whole list until this is already done. So that way those get uploaded automatically, and there's no problem with that. Okay, so I just showed you how to add new subscribers. That's easy. You just go in and enter their name and email address. I want to talk to you real quick about writing these good emails, okay? And they're sort of like writing a blog post. So there are several elements that you want to maintain and some things that you want to avoid as well. And I hope that as you read my emails, I am meeting these same criteria for what I'm sending out, because I spend quite a bit of time on these. I think about what I'm saying, and for me, it's all about maximum help, maximum value to you. Okay, so the first thing is, you want these emails to be relatively entertaining. The easiest way to do that, to entertain, is to just provide examples. So if you're going to talk about, let's say you're a mortgage broker and you're going to talk about home equity prices or interest rates or something like that, Don't just say like, hey, the interest rate is down this month, 2 points or something or whatever. Talk about how that equates to the real world and what kind of additional buying power that might give someone, or how that might save them X dollars on their mortgage or something like that. Put it into a story. Put it into give it some emotion, so that it will connect with your readers, rather than just these sort of like boring interest rate emails that I get from time to time. And I know that in that industry in particular, it's pretty heavily regulated, but if you can find any way to get around that, then you want to do that. The second thing you want to do is educate, right? So you want to provide that. This is the value part of these emails. So you want to give your readers some information that they didn't have before. Hopefully some useful information in some way, shape, or form. For example, all of my emails that you get from me are certainly educational, right? I'm giving you this information right now. I've given you other information about help if you're in a car accident, or if you get a DUI, a traffic ticket, all that stuff. The stuff that I know really well, I'm giving you that information so that you can use it without having to pay me even to help you out, right? That should be the number one goal, is to provide value. And education is the easiest way to do that. Now, if you have another way that you can provide value is to provide some sort of discounted services for people, recommendations, referrals, where hey, if you call Joe over at Grease Monkey, he'll give you an oil change for $10. Special deal I have with my buddy. Call him and tell him I sent you, he'll hook you up, right? There's value there too. The third thing that you want to do is you want to be as human as possible. You want to be yourself. So you want to act like, as you're writing these emails, or if you venture out and do video like this or something, you want to act like someone is sitting across from you in your office and you're talking to them about the topic of your email. So take out all of your industry buzzwords, take out all of your fancy language, and just talk. Imagine you have a potential client or a potential customer across from you. Certainly imagine that the person that you are talking to does not have a lot of industry knowledge or experience, because most people don't. They do their own things. So I keep using the mortgage broker as an example, but it's a perfect example for me because I don't know much about that industry at all. So when people are dropping buzzwords, I nod like I know, but I don't. So take the time to explain those terms and to talk to, imagine that you're talking to sort of a novice in your field. And then, the last thing, and this is sort of a thing that you want to do and not do at the same time. You want to be subtle, right? With sort of your marketing message. For me, I don't really do any marketing. There aren't really any calls to action in my emails. It's because it's sort of, it's intuitive, right? People know what I'm doing because I'm explaining these topics to people, so they know what's going on. They know what I do. They I hope are comfortable calling me if they get in a trouble or have a need for my services. Because what you really don't want to have is every email be a pitch fest, where you are just asking people to call you and give you business and do that kind of stuff. That's not what this is for. This is really about giving. You want to be providing as much value as you can, and over time that will all come back to you. It may not come back to you from even referrals on your list, but you may share a piece of content, and then one of the people on your list is having a conversation with somebody over the water cooler, and they get a traffic ticket or something. Because they've been reading your emails, they know you're good at what you do. They say, hey, you should call this guy. He's really good. And boom, that's paid off. That providing value has helped you out. So, you don't want to be a pitch fest, because nobody wants to read that either. They know what you do. And if they need your help, they will call you. All right. So the last thing here is ideas for content. Because I'm sure that all of you are just saying to yourself, oh, I already don't have anything I can talk about. I'm out of stuff. It's day 2. It's the second email. I'm already out of stuff. The easiest thing to do is to just sit down, and start by writing out the 10 most frequently asked questions you get from potential clients or from customers, from vendors, from anyone, okay? And then those are your first 10 weeks of posts right there. Another thing that you can do is just pay attention to the questions that are asked moving forward. People will call you with questions, concerns, stories that they've heard, and then use each of those as a topic. And I guarantee you will never run out of things to talk about. Okay, I mean, my content list is like 50 things long, and it continues to get bigger, longer and longer every day. So when it comes to content, again, just answer those questions. If you think they're too simple, think again. Okay, those are the questions that your customers want to know. That's why they keep asking. Okay, so that's it for now. So I would encourage you. I hope that you are trying this out. You're putting together this automation tool. And the great thing about this is, even if you don't have anyone in your list yet, even if you're, for whatever reason you don't know anyone's email address that you're friends with or that your family, might have, then you can still build this out, and then you can start to add people as you get new, as you add people to your list, which is what we're going to talk about next week. I'm going to give you a couple strategies for adding people to your list, for building your list out, and that's going to be a lot of fun too, because that's where the value that I can provide you goes way up. Because as you start to add people to your list, you will start to get more clients. You'll start to have happier clients. You'll start to make more money, and I'll be happier because you're happier. So that's it for this video. Again, if you guys have questions, please email me, chris@emeraldcitylawgroup.com. I'd love to hear from you. And that's it for today. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was great information. One thing I would ask you to do is, as you're going through this, and I know some of you are, please let me know if you hit some hiccups or if you encounter some problems, because the whole point of this video series is to give you a very easy step-by-step way to set this up and make it work for you. I want to eliminate all of the hurdles. I want to eliminate all the challenges. I want to eliminate all of the pain points and help you jumpstart your business by using this email list. So please, 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 if you have a problem, email me, chris@emeraldcitylawgroup.com. Also, email me if you're having success. I would love to hear from as many of you that want to send something to me about how this video series has helped you get some new business, or keep in contact with your customer base, or rekindle some old networking relationships. So let me know. I'd love to hear. Otherwise, have a great week, and we'll be here again next week. See ya.